So just when you thought YouTube couldn't be any more out of touch, we get a post like this. Earlier this year, we launched an experiment making the dislike count private. Based on what we learned, the dislike button is staying, but the count is now private to creators in the studio to help prevent targeted dislike attacks. We know not everyone will agree with this decision, but we believe it's the right thing to do to make YouTube safer for creators to express themselves. So YouTube is finally pulling the trigger and hiding dislikes from us now. So let's just watch the video to see what their justification is.
You may have seen a while back that YouTube announced it was experimenting with making dislike counts private to only the creator of the video. Now, if you're like me, you were surprised by that. I mean, I've always thought seeing the number of dislikes on a video helps us know as viewers if it's a good video or not, if it's a helpful tutorial or not, or if what a creator is saying in their video is generally agreed with or not.
Yeah, those are all very useful effects of the dislike button.
But unfortunately, research teams at YouTube have found there's this whole other use for disliking a video that I had never experienced as a creator, and you may not have either.
Oh yeah, things are always better off when we have experts dictating our lives, right?
Apparently, groups of viewers are targeting a video's dislike button to drive up the count, turning it into something like a game with a visible scoreboard. And it's usually just because they don't like the creator or what they stand for.
Yeah, I know dislikes are very useful to tell if a video is worth listening to or what people actually think about it. But, you know, sometimes people get hurt feelings because other people didn't like their video. So we're just going to throw out all of the other utility for the tool. You know, I don't think I've ever seen a dislike mob hit a video that didn't deserve it. Now, I'm not saying it's not possible, but the videos that are typically very dislike bombed are the ones coming from the videos that YouTube is trying to basically force on us. You know, YouTube's always trying to push out all this mainstream corporate press. That type of content does get dislike bombed because people are sick of you shoving it on our homepage. But they act like there's all these creators with like 5 subscribers that just have like an army of bullies going to attack them for no reason.
So earlier in 2021, YouTube experimented with making the public dislike count private to see if it would help reduce these coordinated dislike attacks across the platform. And after analysis, they did see a reduction.
You know, I have to wonder how they actually performed this experiment. Did they just take a channel that just gets horrible dislikes every single video, like the White House channel, and just said, hey, let's turn off like and dislike counts. And then when that channel uploaded new videos with the dislike counter turned off, they got less dislikes.
Now, a few common questions we saw from the initial experiment. First, without a public dislike count, how can viewers tell if a video is worth watching? Again, I kind of had this question too, but it turns out that while viewers might use the dislike count to give them a sense of a video's worth, when the teams looked at the data across millions of viewers and videos in the experiment, they didn't see a noticeable difference in viewership, regardless of whether they could see the dislike count or not. In other words, it didn't really matter if a video had a lot of dislikes or not, they still watched.
Okay, I really have to cut you off there. Have you ever been searching for a tutorial and you click on a video and it's got like 50% dislikes and you're like, okay, whoa, there's probably something wrong in this video. I'm gonna go click off and then watch a different one. I mean, the way they talk about it, it sounds like they're only paying attention to the view count. Like, yeah, if somebody clicks on a video and sees that there's dislikes and then clicks off, that video still got the view. So you can't tell me that, the same amount of people still clicked on it even though it has dislikes. I mean, for the most part, people can't see dislikes on a video until they've already clicked on it.
Next common question. If creators can still see the dislike count on the back end, how's that any different? They can see it if they look for it inside Studio Analytics under the Engagement tab. But overall, it's much less likely to cause stress and embarrassment if the count isn't visible to the public.
Okay, yeah, we gotta make YouTube a safe space because anytime people hear a difference in opinion, they've gotta shut it all out, they've gotta block it. They wanna hide any sort of negative feedback they could possibly receive. Now, I know YouTube seems to think that the only use for somebody disliking a video is so that the viewer can tell the creator, hey, you need to do a little better next time. I think that you just need to improve on something. Now, sure, that's definitely a thing, but even as a viewer, it can really tell you a lot about a video just by the like to dislike counter. I mean, if you click on a video and it's got like a 99.99% like ratio, you're like, oh dang, this is gonna be a good one, I should keep watching. And then vice versa, if you click on a video, it's got like a 20% like ratio, you're like, oh dang, something must be really wrong with this video. I mean, sometimes that even raises your curiosity just to find out why.
And one more common question, is this because YouTube Rewind got lots of dislikes?
Now, I don't think anyone really believes that this has anything to do with the 2018 rewind. I mean, that was 3 years ago now. If they were going to do something about that, it would have been done a long time ago.
So that's the update. I hope it doesn't cause too much frustration. Honestly, I think you're going to get used to it pretty quickly, and keep in mind other platforms don't even have a dislike button.
Yeah, that's a good point. YouTube really just needs to be more like Facebook and Twitter. That would really make this website better. So based on their explanation video, all I got out of that was, yeah, we know dislikes have a lot of purpose, and we know you guys like them, but sometimes people get hurt feelings over it, so you don't really want it. We're just going to convince you that you don't want it, and you'll just accept it, just like we forced you to accept all of the other horrible changes we made.
And by the way, you don't want to do that either. You think you do, but you don't.
But you know, overall, this is all just kind of another way of YouTube trying to censor people. I mean, it's a bit more of a subtle way than they have in the past. But part of this, I can imagine them just saying, like, a lot of our corporate friends who post their videos on the website get a lot of dislikes, and we're tired of you not liking what they have to hear, so we're just going to silence the crowd. But you know, one bright side of this is I think that people will be a lot more likely to comment now. Now that they can't just show their frustration easily by adding to the crowd of dislikes, now they can go into the comments section and actually tell you why the video was terrible. As well as there's probably going to be a whole lot of comments saying, like this comment to dislike the video. Because yeah, I think that as a viewer, when you're watching a video, you don't just see yourself as being the only person watching the video. Like, thanks to the comment section and the like to dislike ratio, you feel like you are watching the video with a whole bunch of other people. And so if you see a video that you think was just complete nonsense, and you see a whole bunch of dislikes on it, then you can be like, okay, at least I'm not alone in thinking that. I'm going to add to the crowd. A lot of you guys probably saw the video I made a little while ago of what are the most disliked videos on YouTube. And I think that video is pretty fun, just picking out the ones with the worst dislike ratios. And I might not ever get to make that video again, but we can at least try. So they say that this change is going to be rolled out gradually through today. As of this second, I'm still seeing dislikes on the page. But if you guys want to comment all of the videos I missed on my last one, just tell me all of the most disliked YouTube videos you've ever seen, and maybe I can hurry and throw that video together before it's gone. But anyways, welcome to the new YouTube. It just keeps getting worse. Sorry I haven't been super active on this channel for a while again. I've just been working on my old channel. So if you really care about following where I've been, just go find Imagine If the Internet Was Real. Also, I am still working on the demonetized word list. I know I don't talk about it much. There's not really much to say. I'm sorry to all the patrons that follow me that I can't really give you anything for it, but I definitely have appreciated all the support I've always gotten from that.